All right, so in this lesson, we are going to represent slope. This is also called a constant rate of change. That's what we called it in our last lesson. Given a graph by constructing a table. Okay, so let's find out how to do this. So we have a graph. We're going to figure out what the constant rate of change is. So first, let's construct a table with time as our independent variable, distance as our dependent variable. And let's find some nice, remember these are all points, but let's find some nice integer values. So this is 0, 1. This is 3, 3. This is 6, 3, 4, 5. And this is 9, 7. So let's look at the change in distance in reference to the change in time. So the distance will increase by 2 when the time increases by 3. I guess the distance increases by 2 miles when the time increases by every 3 minutes. There we go. So change in distance over change in time. Oh, that looks just ridiculous. So let me try a little better than that. Change in distance over change in time. That's better than what I was before, right? I think. There we go. And we have a positive over a positive, which is a positive 2, and then over 3. So a positive over positive is a positive 2 over 3, which is 0.66 repeating. Oh, we don't have to circle that one. So let's talk about this constant rate of change. The distance increases by 2 miles when the time increases by 3 minutes. Let's talk about it in terms of unit rate. So we know it's 2 every 3 minutes, 2 miles every 3 minutes, 2 miles every 3 minutes, which is actually means that the distance. So you can, if you write the words here all the way, you don't have to write them all here. You can just abbreviate. So the distance increases by, remember this is our unit rate, 0.66 miles. Oh, I left room. Miles every 1 minute, or you could just say every minute. All right, let's do the next one. So we have temperature, we have time. So let's make a table to figure out what the constant rate of change is. Since they're both T's, I'm going to use dependent variables, degrees. I don't know. I guess I'll put F for Fahrenheit and S for seconds. I'm going to use D for degrees and D for degrees and S for seconds. Okay, so let's find the nice integer value points. Cool. So 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 0, 9. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 8. And then we have 8, 7. And 12, 6. So -1, make sure to show these arrows, -1, -1. Oh, change in distance. And this is the change in seconds. That's actually not change in distance. Let me back up. That's change in degrees compared to or over change in seconds. So that's +4. I don't know why this is looking so crazy. +4, +4, +4. So change in degrees over the change in seconds. We have a negative over a positive, which is a -1 over 4. Which, when we divide -1 over 4 is -0.25. So let's explain what that means. So -1 over 4. So the number of degrees, so that's the temperature. So the temperature decreases by 4 degrees. Let me write that a little nicer for people that primarily use the notes. So by 4 degrees when the time increases by 4 seconds. And let's look at the unit rates. So that means that the temperature decreases by 0.25 degrees every 1 second. I'm just going to put second. All right, we got one more. So once again, we have temperature and time. I don't know why I kept repeating that. Whatever. Oh, that's ugly. I guess that's better. Okay. So temperature. So I put degrees and time. So I put seconds. Let's find these nice ones. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0, 10, 2, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1. Let's talk about the change in degrees in reference to the change in seconds. So the degrees decrease by 3 when the number of seconds increases by 2. So my change in degrees over the change in seconds is a negative over positive is a -3 over 2. If I do -3 over 2, I get -1.5. Well, that looks a little weird. Maybe I'll do like, at least that's a little better. All right, so the temperature, remember this is temperature. The temperature decreases by 3 degrees when the time increases by 2 seconds. And let's write our unit rate or explain our unit rate. So once again, it's temperature that is decreasing by 1.5 degrees if you notice, we don't put the negative with the 1.5 because the negative isn't like right here when it says decrease. So decrease, that's the negative, by 1.5 degrees every second. Cool, and that's it. Thank you.